Hi everyone! In this tutorial by SecondLineThemes, we'll learn how to create a beautiful podcast website. If you're using one of our podcast WordPress themes, you'll enjoy the most unique and advanced features for podcasters. Let's start by creating a regular WordPress post by clicking on the Add New button. When you edit a post, you can choose whether to edit it with the WordPress block editor or the Elementor page builder. If you prefer the block editor, simply add some content blocks or show notes in the content area. You can add a category to your podcast episode, set a featured image, add a custom excerpt, and more via the right sidebar. In the Post Settings area, you'll find a couple of options like to disable the featured image on the singular post view. Even if you select this option, the featured images would still appear in other areas of the theme, so no worries there. You can also add an image gallery instead of the featured image, or add a custom background image for the entire title area. If you want to include an embed audio or video player from external sources, such as YouTube, SoundCloud, Anchor, Libsyn, Transistor, and any other podcast host, simply add the embed code directly in the field seen here. You can even add a regular audio player like the one seen in the theme demo by using the WordPress audio shortcode in this field. If you're using our Toussaint or Bolden themes, you can select a parent show post to display the alternative show header instead of the regular episode header. To create a podcast website with WordPress and our podcast WordPress themes, you can use any podcasting plugin available for WordPress, like PowerPress, Seriously Simple Podcasting, Podlove, Simple Podcast Press, and many more. In fact, you don't necessarily need a plugin to create your podcast website with any of our themes, but it can make things a bit easier in some cases. Let's start by checking out the PowerPress plugin. Once activated, you can edit any post and add the path to the audio file URL and save the post. If you have a Blueberry hosting account, you can add your files directly from there, but this is not required. The PowerPress plugin has multiple settings you could modify if needed. Next, let's have a look at the Seriously Simple Podcasting plugin. Once activated, you'll see a new link in your WordPress sidebar called Podcast. There, you can check the plugin's settings or connect your Castos hosting account if you have one. But in this case as well, this is not required. When you add a new podcast post, you'll see a section called Podcast Episode Details, where you can add your audio file URL and some more details. With the Simple Podcast Press plugin, you'll need to connect a feed or an Apple Podcasts URL. Once you do that, go over all the settings and import the podcast episodes. Your new episodes would now be available with the Simple Podcast Press player.